So I just had the dubious pleasure of cueing my own introduction slide, and the dubious pleasure of noticing that I'm wearing the same suit in my introduction slide. It was taken earlier today. 20 different technical solutions. I can't see because the lights are quite bright, but hi to Mike, hi to Brian, hi to Nelson, hi to One Pulse at the back. We've got a bunch of our technical partners here today who have worked with us to develop this workflow. This is not about us releasing another influence tool onto the market. This is about us going out and saying, right, what is the best in the world? What is the best in our Africa? And how do we pull it all together in something that moves from end to end? And it does move from end to end, with strategy at one end, with search that is supplemented by AI to be really freaking smart, with the best-in-class legal contracting finance systems so that people can onboard easily and be paid on time. Integrated with our ability as Ogilvy to amplify the work that you all do through paid media so that your reach expands, and then measuring it so that we can prove the value, we can get more money, and we can do it bigger and better next time. I'll dive into a few pieces around this. This bit's for the clients. We talked about the role for influence earlier. We also obviously need to combine that with a creative strategy. We do that, and when we do that, that helps us understand the hunting ground in which we want to work. Which creators are the right folks for us? Of you creators out there, how do we find you a fulfilling partnership with a brand rather than one that's frustrating? What's the right rhythm and formula? How often should we be talking to our audiences? How are we going to engage them deeply and not frustratingly? How are we going to do it in a way that builds trust over time and drives actions and commercial outputs? What are the expectations of how brands and creators will interact? Let's remove the frustration from that process so that both sides of the equation get what they want at the end. How are we going to amplify it? And what are the most effective ways to measure that we've succeeded? AI-powered search. I want to talk about this for a minute because it's very cool. If you sit in that red box there, you have a personality, you hang out in some places, you follow some people, you have some interests and some passions. If I want to sell you some stuff, I need to understand you and I need to understand who can influence you. Using AI and using our AI partners, we can scan those individuals and everything that they do, and then find people in the world who replicate their characteristics, who replicate their values, who hang out in the same places. We find the influencers and the creators within those precisely matched spaces so that we can diversify the range of people that brands and businesses are using in ways that we haven't seen previously. We don't have to rely on a static database or people that you met in a bar. We can be smart in how we identify and grow our database now. We will do that with you on an annual basis. We will do that with you whenever you would like. We, of course, also develop, maintain, and run consistently high quality and consistently large databases for day-to-day influencer activation. Register there, you can contract, you can agree, you can receive briefs, you can agree to terms, you can do everything in a much more slick and agile way. Equally, contracting is continental class. It is not messy. Equally, payment is continental class. We take the hit so that people are paid on time. Media amplification. We are a media agency. So when we work with creators, when we work with brands, we will always be looking to understand how we can further amplify the work that you do. For brands, over time, that means a happy curve where you get to precision targeting and you are always certain that your influencer, your creator content is in front of the faces you want it to be. From a creator perspective, it means that when you work with InfluenceO, your work gets in front of more faces and more people who want to see things from people like you. And finally, measurement. Patu mentioned it earlier. Around about 3/4 of people in marketing don't think beyond the initial clicks of a campaign. It's lazy. We need to think further, we need to think harder. The work that creators are doing is improving brand sentiment, is improving relationships, is improving trust, is driving sales. And InfluenceO will measure all of those things. The entire thing linked together in one process through one dashboard. Now, for the creators in the room, I think there's something that has been really starkly on Vikas's mind for a couple of years, and mine since I joined the organisation and moved here 6 months, and I'm very pleased to say for the rest of my life. The creator industry in Africa is not represented the way it should be. The work is not valued the way it should be. It is not remunerated the way it should be. Too many people sit beneath a level of financial reach and scope and activation in their work. For us, this is a really simple piece of maths, right? We need demand from clients. We need supply from people that choose to create and connect in culture. And so our commitment is equally to brands and creators. There are a few things we are doing this year. There will be more in the years to come. Part of our commitment in launching this product is direct access to, and I'm looking at Keenan whilst he winces in the corner, direct access to our creative teams. You want to work with a lead creative at Ogilvy to improve your work, then via InfluenceO you can. If you're weird and you want to work with a strategist like me, we can do that too. So over time, over the next 12 months, we will actively work with the creative community to help bridge those gaps between the work that you do and the work that brands are commissioning to ensure that there's a happy medium in the middle. We will very, very, very happily receive any proactive pitch anybody wants to make to a brand that we represent. If it's amazing, we'll use it. And we won't use it for profit. We will work with you to get it away with our clients and get it into the outside world. If it's not quite right, we'll work with you to make it right. And if it's just not right for that brand, we'll find another one. That's our second commitment to creators through InfluenceO. Our third is via Ogilvy Give, which is a program we run to support the creative industries. We will be actively searching for micro and nano creators this year to support through creative elevation, through access to our skills and expertise, through access to our clients, and through access to channels and financial support in how they develop their work and their skills. If you're interested, again, register with us, ask us. We would love to work together, we would love to help. And so, to the finance bit, if you're still with us from a brand, this is the bit you need to understand, I guess, if you're interested. It's a pretty simple model, right? You buy into our platform, and in doing so, you gain access to 20 tools that are world-class, that are the best we have in the continent, that do the best job of influence management you could expect them to do. And in buying into our platform, you aggregate that cost, you get it for less. Then we run a fully managed service for you, end to end, through the architecture slide that I mentioned earlier. Account management, strategy, creative, anything that you need to manage your creators and manage your campaigns, those are our two financial models. Speak to us, we can go through them in more detail with you. I really hope, because we have worked hard on it, that we have a solution that works commercially, that works for brands, that acknowledges the work that creators across the continent do, and that is committed to elevating the work that we do on both sides of that equation. At which point I believe we pause for Q&A. So, really simply, go to ogilvy.africa, click on the InfluenceO page, you can register your interest there. Or email us info@ogilvy.africa and we'll be in touch. Shortly we'll release our platform links, and you'll be able to go on and register your interest and register with us directly online.
Looking for you just looking for a media pack? Are you looking for an intro email? You know, how can they reach out? What's the best way to reach out to the agency?
So there's a couple of answers to that. The first is register with us, register on our platform. It gives the opportunity to tell us about who you are, gives us the opportunity, or gives you the opportunity to tell us what your passions are, and then you're there and searchable and findable by us. The second way is to contact us, info@ogilvy.africa, or it's a relatively simple email format, so email me, first name, last name, @ogilvy.africa. We'd be delighted to talk, of course. The third, and that gives obviously micro and nano influencers opportunity to express passions and ambitions that might not be publicly recognised at the moment by a big following or picked up by the existing algorithms. The third way is, and I have complete faith in this, we will find people that are right for our campaigns, that are right for our brands, that are right for the work that everybody wants to bring to the world. Because our search mechanisms are such that if you are in that space, it is very unlikely we will not.
Amazing. Okay, so one more question online.
Yes, there will. We will, as soon as it is legible and understandable to people like Pranav at the back there, we will write our guidance notices and we will publish them. And they will be published via our platform, or if you want to receive them proactively, again, please email us.
Okay, that's all we have online for now. Any more questions in the room?